What's up, everybody? Welcome to another installment of Faceless Political Mumbo Jumbo. It's been a while, but I needed to get back on and talk to the people because there's so many disturbing events that are going on in this crazy ass country that we live in right now. I have been gone on a trip, and that's the first thing I thought about when I was gone. I mean, not the first thing, but as I was gone, and I was gone for a period of time, just traveling. And the funny thing I noticed, I shared with a couple of people that I knew when I came back, and and the funny thing is, I shared it with people that I know that are white people that I know, and I let them know that I said, when I was gone, I said the funny thing that I noticed was that when I was in other countries, I noticed that everybody else was cool. People were so accommodating. People were so willing to help you out. It was um, just just freeing being away from the country, because honestly I just needed to get out of this country for a while because all the shit that's going on here, the crazy ass racism that's going on here. I just needed a break from all the crazy shit. So that was really a big reason why I needed to just get out for a while and just travel. And I'm glad that I had the ability to do that, because a lot of people in this country don't have the ability to do that. And that is one of the reasons I think that our country is in the situation it's in, because we've been brainwashed. The country has been brainwashed to think that we're the best fucking thing since sliced bread. And, you know, it wasn't until I want to say it was the pandemic when I actually got the statistics on the amount of Americans that have passports. And once I realized that there's only about 30, I think it's 30 or 33% of Americans that have passports, I started to realize why we are such an ignorant country. And it makes you understand why people are so easily led in this country, because they haven't got out and been able to see how other people live, how other people live around the country. They're sitting back and believing that people are, in Africa, like living in shacks and huts and drinking out of the river or some shit. You know what I mean? They're not realizing that these are like full, you know, countries that are like thriving. And Southeast Asia, the same thing. I mean, the way the stuff is just so far like evolved from so many places in the states. I mean, the way they have it can be a huge city, like I mean a huge city, and the fact that they can have it, basically relatively clean all over the city, and they have the most people in the world in this city. And you can just, if you want to check it out, just Google which city has the most people in the world in it, and you'll know where I was for one of the places I went to. And to note that when I'm traveling the world, meeting these different people, talking to different people along the way, and then the only times that I had any type of strange um, interactions with people or reactions, or just not even as, and it wasn't even like I had talked to the people. It's more just of encountering the people, just say being around them, coming up to a table where they're at, or walking by. The only people that act weird with that strange American, sometimes European way of anti-blackness was, uh, it was really, I could tell they were Americans. You know what I mean? Americans from the States bringing that crazy ass shit to another country. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck are you in this fully different country with this whole different culture, ethnic group, but you're here, you're all wanting to be a part of this culture and get into it and come here for vacation, and yet you bring these crazy ass American values with you and this anti-blackness view with you, but yet you're continually raping and bastardizing, just basically just biting off of other people's cultures. You want to just, take suck up all the things that they have, all the things they want to give you, just luxuriate all in it while you're there. But then when you come back, then you want to like twist your face all up, look all crazy, and say who shouldn't be here, why are they speaking different languages. Well, they're speaking different languages because they have the ability to do that, and your dumbass only knows how to speak English. That's why. Because we're in about the dumbest country in the world. I mean, the people in this country, I've just realized, are, I mean, Americans are just clueless, and so many Americans are clueless and just fucking dumb, dumb as hell, which is why they don't want to, they want the education to stay what it is. They don't want to get free health care to people because they want people to basically have to be stuck and having to pay for all the drugs that they charge for in this country. They want people to be broke and basically chained to their bills in this country, and they want to keep the rich as possible, and they want to keep the poor as possible. And I think people don't understand that we're already in like a class system in this country. And we are all being people are just basically being used and pitted against each other. And the fact that people don't really know the history is why people are acting the way they act. I mean, they have literally hidden in school all of the accomplishments, all of the things for the most part that black people have done for this country. If people knew all of the accomplishments and all of the things that they're actually using and utilizing and how their and lives are being saved, being able to be online, having plasma, open heart surgery. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, but yet these people are not talked about. These people are basically um, just basically just were used for what they could do, and then they were like, you know, kind of like banished to, you know, into the abyss of just nothingness. It's like if we don't talk about them, we can just basically claim that we did it. You know, steal their work, steal what they did, and act as if we are the sole providers, the sole group of people that could do everything for everybody. But I think people are starting to realize that that shit is not true. That all the shit is false, and that we have to be the dumbest group of people because we've got conned by an 80-year-old fucking man. Who gets conned by a fucking 80-year-old geriatric dementia ridden fucking man in diapers? You know what I'm saying? Uh, Literally, dude is a fucking felon. But that's how racist this country really is. And that's just what I've come to believe and what I've come to accept of what we are in this country. And until this country does have some type of reckoning with race, and I mean, it's just being pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. But until there's a reckoning with race, and I honestly think it's this country, but it's all over the world. But this country is the real place because the rest of the world has gotten these cues and pointers from the states forever. And you know, the states has been blown up to be this facade of something that honestly it really isn't. Yeah, it's a good country to an extent, but it's not a good country for all, you know? And if you're the richest country in the world, but you have so many homeless people and you have so many people getting, you know, that are out on the streets dying, and then people just act like, and they don't, it's just crazy. When you have so many people, if they paid their fair share of taxes, it could actually take the people off of the streets and put them in places. But the level of greed in this country is unreal. The level of greed by the people that probably have the most money just throughout the world is just crazy. It just goes to show the just the pure evil that these people are and that they operate in. It's just a whole level of just insanity. I just feel like this, like we're just in this crazy direction of I don't know. Maybe God is just kind of like you are using my name in vain. You're totally taking, just basically trying to change the scripture to however you want it to be, even though the scripture has been written mostly by men in the first place. But even with that, you're just taking it and just doing whatever you want to with it to change it, not using, not actually going by the words of it, but just trying to like make it fit your little racist ass scenario. And I just think we're in some crazy ass times. But you know what? Let me step back, because with that being said, I think it all kind of ties in, because the way I usually start this show is with letting everybody know that I am you, you are we, and we are all. And that as a collective, we all need to wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. And it's just crazy that there's this all this stuff that's going on is to basically move people, try to make people, not, forget about the Epstein files. I'm like, how dumb and delusional must people be? How stupid must we be as a whole country to not realize this guy will go, if somebody will go to the places that this dude is going, if someone is willing to try to start a war, to try to take countries back, to try to do, to, basically kill and detain and arrest and, um, beat up American citizens, if somebody is willing to go to all of those levels, what must they be fucking hiding? That's the question I want to know. Is what are you hiding, sir? What are you hiding? Because you're doing a whole lot to keep some files from coming out that you supposedly, signed to be released, but you're doing everything in your arsenal. You come up with everything in your arsenal to keep from the files being released. And I'm just like, what are these news pundits, these news channels, the papers, what are they all like? What are we doing here? Is it not obvious to everybody? Like, how is it not obvious at this point that the dude is a con artist and he's fucking lying to everybody and that he's a fucking racist? When you can sit there and let all those people die in a country being genocided, and you're a whole president of a country, and you want to sit there and talk about building some type of Riviera on these people's land that has been decimated, and these people are being killed every single day, children starving all over the place. Sudan, you're talking about these places being shithole countries, and you take away food that can save people's lives. I mean, if that's not the height, the what is the word I'm looking for? If that's not the epitome of greed, I don't know what the fuck is. And somebody that should literally be in a prison is getting away with all this bullshit. It's just crazy to me. Crazy as fuck. And you have ICE out there on the street. These guys are fucking trash, and most of them are probably people that got released from, from having a coup on the fucking Capitol, and now they're getting hired into ICE, and they're just going around bashing people's heads in and shooting and killing people in the streets. And I'm trying to figure out why there haven't been like mass lawsuits yet. Like, where are the lawyers, the law firms that are willing to step up and start taking cases against basically the government, because these people are doing this shit. They need to be having lawsuits against ICE. I mean, these people need to be getting paid out. You got to have American citizens having their property destroyed by a government agency and then think that you're not going to pay them out? Like, how are you going to come and bash somebody's window in, rip them out of their car, potentially cause them bodily harm? Where if they did have a job, now they're probably out of work for a little while. They may potentially lose their job as well because of, an altercation with ICE, who's supposedly supposed to be going after criminals and people from insane asylums. Right? Like insane asylums. Like, what the fuck? Like, how fearful must your average white person be to sit here and actually, like, believe this shit? Like, you can sit there and listen to this crazy ass man talking and, like, believe it. Like, what are you living in? Like, are you living in, are you just, like, scared, like, when you wake up and walk out of your house every day? Like, what the fuck? It's just crazy. And and the fact that there's two people that have been killed from ICE, and the fact that our racist ass country is only talking about the white female that was killed, which that was definitely some bullshit. Neither of the people should have been killed, but both parties should be being discussed equally. There was a black man named Keith Porter Jr., who was killed by an off-duty ICE agent. And I haven't heard hardly shit about it. And it kind of pissed me off because I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm, sitting here pissed off at the fact that they killed this lady. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is going on in this country? Like, they've actually shot this woman. I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, they're actually killing white ladies now in the street. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we're really in some crazy shit. But then to find out that, oh no, you didn't just kill this white lady. You also killed a black man who was a father, a husband, and, sure had, parents and brothers and sisters and everything else that comes along with it. And yet, I don't hear anybody talking about Keith Porter Jr., this man that was killed by an ICE agent. These damn, basically, Klansmen running around the streets, dragging people out of their cars and shit. But then later on, like I saw somebody else talking about, it'll be these same people wanting to go, for a vacation in, like, Mexico, or a vacation in, Thailand or Japan or China or some shit. But yet they are completely racist and will talk all kinds of shit about these people. But then you go there and they're acting like they're just so into the culture, so into it, want to buy things about it, want to eat all their food and see all the things that have to do with the culture. But yet you're a racist piece of shit. I mean, make that shit make sense. I don't know how it makes sense. But we're one of the only countries I can say that I've been to where we have this strange dynamic of people that seem to, you know, I think they're just clueless, honestly. I think a lot of these people, because our education system has failed them and not taught them real history, which is why they also want to, like I said earlier, want to go back and try to take away even the little bit of history that they did. Not to mention a president that just basically, um, like canceled MLK uh, functions and things that people were able to do, and want to have, like, I don't know, was it like his birthday or some shit? I don't know, whatever it was something crazy, but didn't say anything about special about the man, didn't do anything, But I mean, this is what we're dealing with. Has a whole wife that can barely speak English, and a full-on immigrant, as immigrant can be, and yet you got these people out in the street chasing people and hunting them down, and yet you have a vice president that has another full immigrant wife, and, full immigrant um, father or extended family, and is out here just lying and going on about all this crazy shit. And meanwhile, you have kids with like uh, Indian names and shit. I mean, what the fuck? And these people are actually sitting here buying this stuff from these people. Like how deep can your racism be? I mean, this country must be extremely. I mean, I honestly, with the fact that this dude is in office and doing all this crazy shit like he's doing, like I'm like, I honestly think the country was even more racist than I thought it was. And I always knew it was racist, but I'm like, yeah, this is on a whole other level of racism and just craziness. I honestly just feel like the people are pathetic, just completely fucking pathetic. And then you've got Greenland. You've got talking about taking the country, another country, um, like you just think you're just going to go in and invade these people's country and you want to break up NATO. I mean, the guy is doing everything, everything possible. And I watched him on something. He was talking something about. I'm trying to think what he was saying, but it was basically like he was talking about Greenland, but then he man, I forgot, but whatever it was, it didn't make any sense. It was just completely crazy. But saying he likes the military in the streets, he says he likes the military in the streets picking up trash. So before he was all for the police, all for if you're so about backing the blue, why don't you do something about hiring more police officers or getting um, more of the what is it? The people that handle the immigration, the people at the border, more border patrol agents. Like, why don't you do something about hiring more border patrol agents or something like that? But you're a whole different set of people, which is basically, as I've said in the past, modern day slave catchers that he has set loose on the streets of this country to harass and try to keep people from protesting, which is a First Amendment right. Um, but and meanwhile, so he's just basically using the like it's a game. He's using the military like it's basically like they're his little you know like they're army toys. Like if you're a kid, when you were a little kid, I don't know, boys anyway. You have these little army toys, little army figures that you play with, little they were like little you put them together and play with them or whatever. And that's what I feel like the military is to him. Like they're not real people to him. They're just, you know, it's just a game. It's a game. He doesn't give a fuck if these people die. He's told them that they should be willing to die. I'm just like, not that they go into the military not knowing that that's could be a possibility, but I mean, you just telling people they need to go ahead and be ready to die. Like, I mean, like, what the fuck? You're a whole. This guy. I mean, he has no leadership quality, no leadership skills, no leadership quality about him. Nothing about him is a leader. I mean, zero leadership skills. If anybody like that was on any other job, working at any type of company, corporate company, and doing and behaving like that and saying all this stuff and just all off the rails like that, what do you think would happen to that person? Do you think they would continue to be working at that company? They would be fucking fired. They would get fired and they'd be gone. And you wouldn't even hear about them anymore because they just would be just disappear into the fucking vortex. But meanwhile, we're sitting here and we're still dealing with this crazy fuck with dementia in the office. And now you have this dude coming after, well, he already did come after like a couple reporters, but the last person I just heard him recently is coming after Don Lemon and actually mentioned him. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what a piece of trash. And how thin is your skin, dude? I mean, just can't take anything from anyone. I'm like, You think that you're going to be a president of the country and nobody's going to have anything to say about you? I mean, you talked all the shit, as much shit as that dude talked about President Obama when he was in office. And now when he's in office, he thinks nobody's supposed to say anything about him. I mean, getting somebody taken off the air for talking about him, like, how bitch made must you be? This is a grown ass man that's supposedly a billionaire who is a complete little fucking bitch. I mean, it is like to think that you could have somebody that's that bitch made and that people can actually say like, "Ooh, that's my leader. I'm gonna follow that guy. He's a he's a real bitch. I'm gonna follow him." God, I can't. What? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, so you're just kind of like, I mean, that's what you would choose to, you know, let lead you. You know, that's who you're gonna follow. Somebody that, I mean, when you're raising your kids, is this what you would say to you want them to emulate? Somebody that is a 34 count felon, somebody that has been bankrupt who knows how many times, somebody that is a fraud, somebody that has sexually assaulted numerous women, somebody that has cheated on their wife, no, wives, plural, and had kids and cheated on their wives as somebody was pregnant at the same time too. Their wife was pregnant. I mean, not to mention basically bought their wife, had them shipped over from another country, and like basically, I mean, she's like a mail order bride. I mean, let's just call it what it is. She's like a mail order bride, and then she's basically just gets paid to come out for appearances. It's like, but yet you have the audacity to tell people that you don't want immigrants in this country. I mean, that's some crazy ass shit. The foolishness of it all. And in the same time, Israel is still killing people. Still killing people, and you're not doing a damn thing about it. Because all you want to do is uh, make money out of the deal. Just looking to, like I've said this from the beginning, all he's doing is leveraging the American people to benefit himself and leveraging the American tax dollars to benefit and enrich him and his family and friends. Well, you know, people that are friendly, because honestly, I don't think he really even has any friends. I don't think he has a friend at all, which is part of the reason he's so bitter and hateful, because he knows he doesn't have any friends and he knows nobody likes him. He doesn't even like himself. I mean, when you're that much of a piece of shit, how could you like yourself? Um, but yeah, the dude is an 80-year-old con artist just trying to stay relevant. It's just pathetic. I mean, we've basically are at a point in this country where we've got a hoodless Klansman in the Oval Office just destroying the country, destroying the White House, literally destroying it, tearing it down, and desecrating the Capitol. Freeing people that have literally broke doors, windows, smeared shit all over the walls. But these are the people that he feels are American patriots. The people that he conned into doing his bidding, basically. And now the people that have been hired to be these bullshit ass ICE agents. That whole fucking shit needs to be dismantled and defunded. Dismantled, defunded. The country, I mean, the Supreme Court needs to be overhauled. Term limits need to be put in place. The racism in this country, it it has to be addressed. There's got to be a reckoning with the racism in this country in order for this to move forward, because he's taken it to a point where It has to be addressed. Before you could get away with it, you could almost, keep on going like we had been doing, just, try to act like it wasn't existing. But now it's so in front of everybody's faces. And that's why, part of me, I said a long time ago, but now it's like it is. I said it was going to get uncomfortable. I said it was going to get crazy, but I said that sometimes you have to have, it's necessary to have a crazy motherfucker to get shit to be righted in the right, let's say, to right things, for people to finally see things for what they really are, because it's so plastered in your face and right in your face you can't help but to see it. And also just so you can see who all the bullshit ass people are that are in the mix, so you can just basically, you know just cut those motherfuckers off. I mean, what we're going through right now is letting everybody know who to cut the fuck off and let them go. I don't give a fuck, especially these hip hop artists. And I love hip hop music. I grew up listening to nothing but hip hop artists. But if you're a hip hop artist and you have the fucking audacity to be sitting up there with your smirk, snide ass fucking looking face and looking stupid as fuck with your fake ass tic tac teeth in your fucking mouth, sitting here shucking and driving for this Klansman, you're a bitch. And you deserve to lose all your fucking fans, lose all your fucking fan base, and whatever money you have, that's all the money that you should be left with, because your whole career should just be dead. Nobody should fucking follow your ass again. And a lot of these people I liked, but, I'm like, if you're going to sit up there and you're going to go against your own people and against all these other people that have supported you, marginalized groups of people that have supported and made your whole fucking career, and then you're going to go spit in their fucking face, like, and act and want to get on their concert tours, Ludacris, Nicki Minaj, 50 Cent, all Snoop fucking killed me, because I'm from the West Coast, and I'm thinking to myself like, wow, Snoop, of all people, just getting up there, shucking and jiving, and just playing yourself. Just play the fuck out of yourself. And from now on, I mean, I don't give a fuck how long it takes. He can sit up there and try to act like everything's cool. They can try to pay the radio stations money to put, to try to come up with something nice to say about him now and all that shit. But at this point, it's like, nah, man, fuck you. Fuck Snoop. Fuck you, Luda. Fuck you, 50. Fuck you, all you Nicki Minaj. Fuck all you bitch-made motherfuckers that are up here, want to look in these people's faces that have made you and then spit in their fucking face at the same time. All you motherfuckers are bitches. And at the same time, the Epstein files still have not been released. Still not released. And as I always end the show with one question, and that one question is, why do we as a society accept white mediocrity? Why? That's all I got today, people. So, yeah. Stay vigilant and cut these fake ass bitch made motherfuckers off that want to get up there and shuck and jive for the Klansmen. Fuck you, motherfuckers, and cancel the fuck out of them. Stay woke. Like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you on the next installment.